We are here today at one of our favorite places. It's the Oklahoma City Zoo.
They've been making a lot of change at the zoo, like they always do. They're always making new upgrades, they're adding new animals, all kinds of things always happening here at the zoo. It's one of our favorite places to come.
Today we want to show you how you can have a successful trip out to the zoo. The zoo is approximately 120 acres with over 1,900 different types of animals, so that can be a little bit overwhelming to try and plan to come and see all the animals. There is something for everybody. And so throughout our visit, we're going to kind of show you what's included with your day pass and how you can make the most of your trip.
Once you purchase your tickets, just inside Entry Plaza, the first thing on your right you'll see is guest services. Right next to that will be the Zoo Friends entrance, so for anybody that has passes, this is where you will enter. Followed by that will be the restrooms, and then next to that is the stroller rental. Right in the center underneath the welcome sign is the main entrance. Right next to that you'll find the Safari Cafe. They also have Starbucks available here. And then we have Safari Gifts. And the last thing that you'll see on your way out will be the photos. So if you had your photo taken anywhere by any of the picture takers, you'll be able to purchase it here. And that's right on the back side of where you purchase tickets.
And you'll see photographers out here when you enter, and they'll ask you if you'd like to take your photo. The zoo has also started a binocular borrow program that was brought by the Dean McGee Eye Institute. And what you can do is go to guest services, and with your valid ID, you can borrow binoculars for your trip at the zoo. And it's really great for checking out animals that are in big exhibits and just seeing the native birds. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, borrow some binoculars and have some fun. They also have something called the I Spy Safari, which is for kids to do an interactive scavenger hunt along their visit to the zoo. And you're going to learn all about the animals, and if you complete your Safari I Spy challenge, you bring it up to the information station, and that's in Entry Plaza, and they'll get a little reward for doing that. So just keep in mind that if you are doing that, it will change your course for the day. So just keep it flexible, and we'll see you inside. We got our binoculars. Because the zoo is so large, it can be a bit overwhelming for parents of young children or for those who just can't walk very far. For that reason, it's really a good idea to plan your visit ahead of time. There's a few things that you can do, but the biggest one would be what?
I would definitely recommend downloading the OKC Zoo app. It's going to have everything that you need when you come here. It's going to have a map. On the map, it's interactive. You can click different parts of the map. It'll tell you where you are. Every animal that you're going to come across, it's going to have information about each one of those animals, where you can find the restrooms. Pretty much everything that you need is in the app, so I highly recommend downloading that before you come.
Another thing that I would suggest is packing lunches and snacks. It can cut the costs down of your zoo visit, and it can also avoid meltdowns if the lines are long. Bring water. You are welcome to carry around your drinks, and I like that about the zoo. You can have a picnic lunch pretty much anywhere along the way, and dress in layers. It's a little chilly today, but it's definitely going to warm up. And in the summer, hats are great.
After you've got the app downloaded, our recommendation is for you and your kids to pick the top 3 animals that you want to see to focus on. The 3 animals that we chose for our day is going to be the giraffes, the bears, and the elephants. We're going to use that Zoo map in the app that we downloaded to map out our day. It's going to show your location right on the map and make it real easy for you to plan what 3 animals you're going to do, and you might even be able to hit some others along the way. Pro tip, make Children's Zoo the last stop.
Yeah, the kids can get their last bit of energy out by petting the barnyard animals and splashing in the waterway. The only exception to this, of course, would be if you were wanting to feed nectar to the lorikeets, then you want to make that your first stop. Don't expect to see every animal on every visit. Some may be just off exhibit for whatever reason. Also, if you came with a large group of people, you're going to want to take into account like bathroom breaks, and just some people are going to enjoy some animals over other animals, so you're going to want to spend a couple of minutes longer with that animal. That being said, don't rush. Spend time at each exhibit that you do stop at. You can really just take in the moment, just kind of enjoy the animal for a few minutes. You'll really be grateful that you didn't rush. In addition to your day pass to the zoo, there are different animal encounters that you can do, and the giraffe feeding is one of them. It is only 1 hour every day, and it is $5 per person. Along with the giraffe feeding, there's also a sea lion presentation, and that is $4. There's a stingray area where you can pet the stingrays, and lorikeets that you can feed nectar. Those are both $3. They are currently having camel rides, but I didn't see a price posted anywhere online. And then if you're looking for something that's not going to cost you any additional money to your day pass, you can pet the barnyard animals in the children's zoo, and there is an elephant presentation daily, and that is free. Up here at the animal hospital, they actually do perform procedures and well checks on the animals, and you can tune into those on social media, or they have a special viewing window here. It's really exciting. You can see like the tigers and the birds, and pretty much any animal that they have here at the zoo, they do record live on social media, and you can see through the view. Over here is the American bisons, and we're so excited because the zoo just got 2 new baby bisons. They don't look like they're out yet, but I'm sure on our next visit we will see those guys. That's the adult female bison that they've had for a long time. We're going to be cutting through Oklahoma trails to check out the bears. It can be a little bit of a tight fit, so just take your time, don't get anxious. Everybody's here to see the animals together, so just take your time. We are well on our way to see our top 3 animals for the day. We've been using our binoculars along the way, which has made it really entertaining. It's our first time trying out the binoculars, so that's fun. If the walking around seeing the zoo animals isn't just quite enough for you, there are other options. There's something called wild encounters, and in the wild encounter you go into or close to the enclosure of a specific animal and get to go learn about their habits, their names, talk with one of the zookeepers one-on-one. It's usually small groups of like 8 to 10 people. And the list of those available encounters is online. The prices vary between $30 and $80 depending on the animal and if you're a Zoo Friends member or not. And you can see the elephants, flamingos, Galapagos tortoises, the grizzly bears, the rhinos, and the sea lions.
We had the opportunity to participate in one of the animal encounters, the wild encounters, last year, and we chose the Galapagos tortoise. It was really awesome. You get to go right up and close with the tortoises. You get to feed them. You get to touch them. You get to interact with the handlers, and they tell you all sorts of information that you would never hear unless you do these encounters. So I highly recommend it. It was quite an experience. I would definitely do it again.
Yeah, for sure. About this time in your zoo trip, you might want to be thinking about getting something to eat, whether it's a snack, the lunch you brought, or stop at one of the restaurants. Obviously, which restaurant you choose will depend on where you are in the zoo. We're currently in Sanctuary Asia, and there just so happens to be a restaurant here. But what are some of the other places that you might want to stop along the way?
Well, depending on where you are, there's various food carts along the way. There's also another restaurant on the other side, the Big Rivers Cafe, which is between the Lions and the entrance to Oklahoma Trails. There's also the Safari Cafe, which we showed you earlier near the entry plaza.
And the Canopy Food Court, which is located over by the Children's Zoo and is sort of close to the sea lions. So if you're over that way, it's a really good option. We have eaten there and it's really delicious. Some of the animals around the park have these signs where you can meet up at a certain time and they'll go over the animal, what it eats, does, where it's from. You can ask any question that you possibly can think of. And it's just a really nice interactive experience, and it is free.
What was this?
If it's been a while since you've been to the zoo or you've never been here before, they've recently updated the picnic area. It's excellent.
We just finished up with our lunch. I had the chicken tenders and they were really good. I would say that the portion size could have been bigger for the price, but other than that, the taste was great, the flavor was really good, and I definitely eat them again. How did you feel about the mac and cheese?
Yeah, I thought it tasted really good. I felt like my portion size was right, but for both of us to eat at the zoo for $14, I think it was just fine. I wouldn't want to be just stuffed full walking around, so yeah, just plan accordingly. And just kind of to recap, we visited our 3 animals, and as you can see, we got to see a whole bunch of other animals along the way. We took our time to remember the zoo isn't a race, I guess, unless you want it to be.
Right.
That'd be kind of a, how many animals can we fit into one day?
Yeah, we might do that one day.
Yeah. So today is kind of a slower traffic day. It definitely has built up. I would say between 10 and 2 is typically going to be the busiest times at the zoo. So either get here early or come later in the afternoon. We've done both, and both are absolutely the right choice. So just remember, take your time, spend as much time at each animal as you feel like you should. You're here to have a good time, not to see every last animal at the zoo. There are a few buildings that are maybe less popular, some of our favorite areas, because when it is busy, like tomorrow is going to be a little bit warmer out, so it's likely going to be busy. So we'd love to come back and show you some of those areas of the zoo next time. If there's anything that you're wanting to see, whether it's at the zoo or another location, let us know. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share our video with your friends, and just let us know what you think.
Well, I guess that'll be it for now. We'll see you all in the next video.
Bye. Oh, and just one more thing. Don't forget to return your binoculars. Well, I think that we can officially call this a successful trip to the zoo.
Definitely. I'll see you guys next time.